everybody, it's Nicole and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would dive back into a series that I started a while ago. It's 5-minute cards because this card is totally beautiful and totally simple, and you can have this done in 5 minutes. So we're using the new Build-a-Flower Begonia from Altenew, and of course just the outline stamp here and then the included sentiments, the totally amazed by and you. So this is super simple and you'll have this one done in no time. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to point out is that if you've already been out to the blog, everyone's been commenting on how they love this brown paper. Well, guess what? It's not brown. It's actually gray. It's the Pale Gray by Altenew. You can get it in 8.5 by 11 sheets. And I already have my sentiments set up here. This is for another project, so just ignore that one. And I'm stamping the sentiment first because I want to mask it off when I do my flowers. And I really thought that I didn't want to use black on this, so I'm using the darkest shade from the Tranquility set. This is Dark Night, and I really love the way that it turns out because it's really not that super dark black that I was trying to avoid. It ends up being a really great kind of grayish black, especially when you're stamping it on the gray paper. All right, so 2 stamps on there, it gets that done. And believe it or not, we're like ready to move on to the end of this. So I'm using just the outline of the Begonia stamp set. And I have some masks that I cut out with just some typing paper, and they have just some temporary adhesive on the back. And I have this piece of this strip of cardstock so I can cover up the sew when I need to. All right, so very easily, just going to start by stamping my first flower. I'm going to go kind of up here in the corner. And once I have that in place, I'll take one of my masks and cover it up and stamp my next flower. Flowers, I should say. So I'm just going to kind of hold this in place and get this stamped here. All right, so now my mask has worked perfectly. And then I need one more flower for the top. All right, and then I'm just going to repeat the process along the bottom. And I'll start in the corner here and mask that off. Now I don't need this mask anymore, so I can just grab that one. So you really only need one mask for this project. You just have to get them lined up. There we go. Actually, I think I will need 2 masks because I kind of overlap all of these together. So then this one, I'll pop in here. Yeah, I do. And then I'll grab the second mask that I have to cover that one up. And the last one doesn't meet up with this bottom one here. They just kind of interlock a little bit. And that's it. All right, so I'm going to take just a quick second here to clean this up, and then we will finish the project. All right, so you can see this card is basically done. If I didn't want to add the sequins to it, I don't have to. Sometimes you don't want to because you're going to pop it in the mail and you don't want them to fall off or whatever. You're just going for something super simple, and that works just fine, right? So this could be the end of this card if you want it to. And it's just gorgeous. It's simple but stunning, and it will really be a joy to send in the mail. But if you want to put on some sequins, of course we can do that. So I like to just pop some on-point glue where I'm going to put those guys. And I just have some rando sequins. These aren't really from any particular company. I just have a whole bunch of white ones And I'll pop these on here. I'll give you some good substitutes down in the description if you're interested in getting some sequins that are similar to these. And that's it. So when that dries, this card will be ready to send in the mail. So super quick and simple, even though we use the Build-a-Flower. As you can see, you don't necessarily have to build a flower. You can use the individual pieces to make really interesting cards. So I hope you enjoyed this 5-minute card and you give it a try soon. I will see you again with another new video. But until next time, happy crafting.